we'll start the session. So let's start by gathering ourselves. We are always everywhere but here. So let's focus on our breath for 1 minute. Invoke the divine, call the mother to help us be more immersed in this chanting session. Chanting, just like meditation, requires us to be attentive to what we are saying, because usually we are chanting a word or divine's name, and that means something. So one can do mechanical repetition. That too, they say, is very helpful. And yet, especially in the beginning stages, when we are present with the chant, to the chant, in the chant, it helps us in getting, kick started and become the chant. How, Mother has said that in the beginning, you chant the chant, but if you're sincere and you practice, then the chant chants you. So I think we can start with the Om mantra, because as Mother said, Om mantra is to call the divine, to call grace, to call the God. So if we can sit comfortably, preferably with a back straight, we'll take a deep breath in and chant Om. So we'll chant first the regular, Om how we chant, and then we'll break it into A, U, and Ma. So taking a deep breath in. We'll break it into A, O, Ma, and chant Om again. Being with the breath, with the words, with the mantra, taking a long, deep breath in. So from here, we will go to the prayer Asatoma. I'll say it once. We'll briefly walk through the words, the meanings, so that we can remember them. When we chant it, I'll play that one and we'll chant it together. So I'll just chant it once. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this prayer is from Brihad Arangya Upanishad. This is the most, like for me right now, and from the last several years, the most beautiful prayer that one can say. It feels like a cry of longing when I'm finally asking for things that actually matter. I'm not asking for fame, respect, money, housing, power, heavens. Because even in heavens, there's limited time, and the cycle of birth and death, it continues. So once when I have realized that all those desires just give me pain, time and again, I call out with a longing to Ma. So the first line says, lead me from false to the truth, from asat to the sat. And according to, Advaita, non-duality, truth has to be there in all three periods of time: the past, the present, the future. So we cannot call this world my world. I cannot call it the truth. It seems real, but it's so time bound. I won't be here. I wasn't here. I am here temporarily. And because I know from my experience that all my desires have proved to be as such, the false. So I cry out to the Divine Mother that give me the truth, give me the Sat, my true self. After that, the second line is Tamso Ma Jyotir Gamaya. So lead me from tamas, from darkness, from ignorance to the light, to the knowledge. So wherever there is darkness, we just need light and the darkness is gone. And whenever there is ignorance, we just need knowledge and the ignorance just disappears. And currently, in ignorance, I take myself to be limited and bound. But the Guru, the scriptures, the Vedas are telling me, taking me to the third line, Mrityoma Amritam Ramaya, that take me from that, transform me from that within me that considers itself as the one who will die, who dies, to the one who realizes that he is immortal, a Janma, that I was never born and I can never die. I am the eternal consciousness. So this is a prayer to remove the veils that I have so that I can finally, truly see. So I'll share the chant now and we can all chant together. I'm assuming you can see my screen and now I'll start the chant. The sound can be heard. Thank you.
Astu ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Astu ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya Shanti, Shanti. Astu ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Astu ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Astu ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Astu ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Astu ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma Shanti, Shanti. Astu ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Please, stopping feels very abrupt in these online sessions. That was the prayer, Astoma. And I think from here, let's go to the mantra that we did last time too. Om Namo Bhagavate. As I, reminded us all, including myself, that this was Mother's favorite mantra, especially after the descent of the, the divine consciousness, the supramental consciousness, and after passing Sri Aurobindo, after he left his body. So Mother has said, when you repeat a mantra, your heart should be in it. Your heart should be in the sound. So like when we say Om Namo Bhagavate, one should feel so, docile, so humble, so grateful. And I remember Mother, has given this example that say your son was lost and he was found. Or say a doctor treated your son who was very sick, your child. Just how grateful you would be to him or her. And she said, if you could make that gratefulness 1,000,000 times more or 1,000,000,000 times more, so with that level of gratefulness, I surrender to the divines when I chant Om Namo Bhagavate. So Om is the invocation of God. The moment we say Om, God is present with us. Namo is our gratitude, 1,000,000,000-fold gratitude. And Bhagavate is a prayer, is an aspiration that let the divine manifest, become manifest in me. So this I will share again. As much as possible. If you can't hear it, please
Om Namo Bhagavate. ॐ नमो भगवते ॐ नमो भगवते ॐ नमो भगवते ॐ नमो भगवते ॐ नमो भगवते
Om Namo Bhagavate. One mantra, like Mother said, has the power to transform us, our physical cells, affect the subconscious, and help the physical to catch up, to transform. So at this point, I would again request if there's anybody who would want to share anything, any mantra that they like, if they would like to chant it for us for a minute or two, or any other sharing or reflections. Now, I find it amazing that how we, it is such a limited time in the day that when we chant, when we meditate, and yet the chatter, it does not leave us. And it really helps for me personally that if I invoke the divine before I start this practice, any practice, even Thai Thich Nhat Hanh, he has this beautiful sitting meditation in which he talks about that you meditate with the Buddha. That, you tell the Buddha he's sitting with you, he's sitting in you, that use my lungs to breathe. So that's also a very beautiful way. But this invocation, this prayer that, knowing fully well what I do and where all I go and how dispersed I am, help me, Mother. Or, whoever we believe in, whoever we have faith in, help me do it better. Yeah, so I think we have 3-4 minutes left. So I'll put on the mantra, the chant of Ma's name, Nam Jap, like the mother's name. So we'll end with that. So I'll put that on now for us. If you can't hear it, do let me know. So we went a little over our time limit today, but since I still have to stop looking at things that I have to. So hoping that the chants stay with us. We have to make effort, like we have to make effort for each and everything in our life. We have to make it a part of our life, of our schedule, before it starts doing its magic. And it does do its magic. So hoping that we'll stay with the chant and the chant will stay with us. Thank you so much for joining in and have a wonderful week and day. Thank you.
Thank you, Tara.
Thank you.
Thank you, Taru. It was so beautiful, so beautiful. Thank you so much.